This is Jonathan Aghill here for Pro Boxing fans. I'm once again joined by Marcus Morrison. Marcus, you've beaten Darryl Sharp once again. What do you make of your performance?
Yeah, it was. I don't rate it, massively. It was a good performance. I did what I had to do, and I think, today was all about doing that. Not making it a scrappy fight, and beating better than I did the first two times.
I mean, Darryl Sharp, I know you were struggling for an opponent. Darryl stepped in. I know you have huge respect between you two. Is this saga over now, though?
Listen, I hope so. I don't want to see the guy again. Oh, Kieran Farrell in the corner. They're both good guys. I like Kieran. I like Darryl. I get on with Darryl. He's a good guy. He comes and turns up and does his job, and he does it well. He gives fighters rounds. And at this point, at this stage today, that's what I wanted, some rounds that'll give me an head start on the year.
I mean, you did hit him quite a few times with some big shots to the body. Did you think you could get him out of there? Darryl's, known as a really tough fighter to stop. Did you feel like the knockout was coming?
Don't worry, I would have liked to. But yeah, everyone knows Darryl's tough, and you'll do well to knock him out to the head. But yeah, with him being a southpaw, it's a little bit awkward. Setting my feet up to let the body shots go. But like I said, you'll do well to get him out to the head. And I landed a few body shots, but our fight beforehand, I caught him with a few good body shots then, and I thought I was going to get rid of him. Didn't manage to do that, but I knew that he'd come into this fight, looking to protect his body, and he even said that after the fight. So yeah, fair play.
Can you just sort of explain that when you're fighting someone you kind of know quite well, you seem to get on with, but then you have to switch? I mean, it's part and parcel of the job, but to fight someone 3 times, you must have got to know him quite well.
Yeah, going there, it's business, and regardless of if you're best mates with someone, you go in there, you've got to do the job that you've been set. So it's that all switches off, like a flash. The second you get in there, you're in there to do a job, and it's the pain game, and you're in there to inflict pain on your opponent. As bad as it sounds, but yeah, it's the sport we're in. It's the sport we all chose. It's boxing for you.
Now, the other day we spoke about what could be next. We're now through Darryl Sharp. Titles, Commonwealth, obviously Felix Cash, British title. What are you looking to achieve by, say, this time next year?
Yeah, before the fight, my manager Joe, he promoted today, put on a great show. He's working behind the scenes, as he always does, looking to get the fights that that we want, and the title fights are the fights we want. And he is currently behind the scenes, working on getting them sorted, and obviously it was a case of getting today out of the way and getting the win, which is important before we can sort of move on, because you can't take your eye off the ball against any opponent in boxing. Anything can happen, and yeah, now we're through this, I'm sure there'll be more serious talks for probably March time.
How many times are you expecting to get out this year, do you know?
I couldn't tell you. I'd like a big fight March, but you got to take one fight at a time. And I won't look past March. If anything can happen in boxing, it could end up 6 times, could end up 3 times. You don't know. Ideally, I'd like to stay active, but take one fight at a time, and we'll look towards March time, getting out.
Now, just moving away from you, did you manage to catch the main event, Sam Hyde and Deion Jumah? Really close fight, brilliant fight. Deion Jumah taking it, retaining his English cruiserweight belt. Did you see it? And your thoughts? Yeah,
first of all, it was a great fight, unbelievable fight. Worthy of a TV prime time spot, I looked at Sam. I'm not going to lie, watching the fight, I wasn't scoring it, or when the fight finished, I didn't think, he'd won it or he'd won it. I was just watching a great fight. I weren't thinking about who'd won the rounds. I was just so engrossed in the great fight, and by the time someone asked me, when the fight finished, who's got it, I said, to be honest, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I was just watching. Great. I know it was really not much in it, but yeah, Sam will come again. He's a great fight. He's proved on the big stage, what he's capable of, obviously against Riakporhe. And Deion Jumah is a great fight. It's not like he's been beat off some mug. He's been beat at a good level, and Sam's still well in the mix of around the British title contention.
Great stuff, Marcus. Thanks for giving us your time. Congratulations. We'll see you in March.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers, Marcus.